Imagine a city plunged into darkness, not by a natural disaster, but by a few keystrokes on a keyboard thousands of miles away. The hum of daily life suddenly silenced, replaced by an eerie stillness. Streetlights flicker off, homes go dark, and the once vibrant cityscape is reduced to shadows and whispers. This is not a scene from a dystopian movie, but a stark reality that unfolded in Ukraine. This was the chilling reality for hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians on a cold December evening in 2015. Families huddled together for warmth, their breath visible in the frigid air as they grappled with the sudden loss of power. The streets, usually bustling with activity, were eerily quiet, save for the occasional sound of footsteps crunching on the snow. A group of hackers, later identified as Sandworm, a unit operating within the shadowy realms of Russian military intelligence, had launched a cyber attack unlike any seen before. These were not mere pranksters or rogue individuals, they were highly skilled operatives executing a meticulously planned operation. Their target, the power grid of Ukraine, a critical infrastructure that, when compromised, could bring a nation to its knees. It was a stark demonstration of how cyber warfare could transcend the digital realm and wreak havoc in the physical world. The attack was a chilling reminder that in our interconnected age, the digital and physical worlds are inextricably linked. A breach in cyberspace can have tangible, devastating consequences affecting real lives and real communities. This attack was not an isolated incident. It was part of a broader strategy, a series of calculated moves designed to test the limits of cyber warfare and to send a clear message to the world. The implications were profound, signaling a new era where traditional notions of warfare were being upended by digital innovation. It marked the beginning of a relentless campaign of cyber aggression attributed to Sandworm, a group that has become synonymous with audacious and destructive cyber attacks, targeting critical infrastructure, businesses, and governments worldwide. Their operations are characterized by their boldness and their precision, often leaving little doubt about their capabilities and their intent. From disrupting power grids to unleashing crippling ransomware attacks, Sandworm has left a trail of digital destruction in its wake. Their attacks are not just about causing immediate damage, they are about instilling fear, creating uncertainty, and demonstrating power. Each attack is a calculated move in a larger game of geopolitical chess. Their motives, while shrouded in secrecy, seem clear: to project Russian power, destabilize adversaries, and undermine trust in democratic institutions. By targeting critical infrastructure, they aim to create chaos and erode the confidence of citizens in their government's ability to protect them. This strategy of cyber aggression is a modern form of psychological warfare, aiming to weaken the resolve of nations without firing a single shot. Understanding Sandworm, their capabilities, and their tactics is no longer a matter of mere technical curiosity. It is crucial for safeguarding our interconnected world from the escalating threat of cyber warfare. As we become more reliant on digital infrastructure, the stakes have never been higher. Governments, businesses, and individuals must all play a role in fortifying our defenses against these invisible yet formidable adversaries. The future of global security depends on our ability to adapt and respond to this ever-evolving threat landscape. Sandworm, a moniker bestowed upon them by security researchers who discovered a telltale reference to the science fiction novel Dune in their malware code, has become synonymous with some of the most sophisticated and destructive cyber operations in recent history. The name itself evokes a sense of mystery and danger, much like the creatures in Frank Herbert's iconic work. This group has managed to carve out a notorious reputation in the world of cybersecurity, leaving a trail of digital devastation in their wake. Sandworm is believed to be a unit operating under the umbrella of Russia's main directorate of the General Staff of the Armed Forces, also known as the GRU. The GRU is Russia's largest foreign intelligence agency, and its involvement suggests a high level of state sponsorship and resources. This connection places Sandworm at the heart of Russia's cyber espionage apparatus, a formidable force with a long history of meddling in the affairs of other nations. The GRU's backing provides Sandworm with the tools, training, and support needed to carry out their complex operations. This connection places them at the heart of Russia's cyber espionage apparatus, a formidable force with a long history of meddling in the affairs of other nations. The GRU has been linked to numerous high-profile cyber incidents, and Sandworm is one of its most notorious units. Their operations are characterized by a blend of traditional espionage techniques and cutting-edge cyber warfare tactics, making them a unique and dangerous adversary in the digital age. While their exact origins remain murky, Sandworm is believed to have been active since at least the early 2010s, honing their skills and developing increasingly sophisticated malware and hacking techniques. Over the years, they have evolved from a relatively obscure group to one of the most feared entities in the cyber domain. Their early operations were marked by a series of probing attacks, testing the defenses of various targets and refining their methods. As they gained experience, their attacks became more focused and devastating, demonstrating a clear progression in their capabilities. They gained notoriety in the mid-2010s with a series of disruptive and destructive cyber attacks targeting Ukraine, a country that has become a testing ground for Russia's hybrid warfare tactics. These attacks included the infamous Black Energy malware, which caused widespread power outages, and the NotPetya ransomware, which crippled businesses and government agencies alike. The impact of these operations was felt far beyond Ukraine's borders, highlighting the global reach and ambition of Sandworm's campaigns. Sandworm's reputation within the cybersecurity community is one of a highly skilled and aggressive adversary. Their ability to innovate and adapt to new challenges has earned them a place among the elite cyber threat actors. Cybersecurity experts often cite Sandworm as a prime example of the dangers posed by state-sponsored hacking groups. Their operations are meticulously planned and executed, often involving multiple stages and sophisticated techniques to achieve their objectives. Their attacks are not mere acts of digital vandalism, they are carefully planned and executed operations aimed at achieving specific strategic objectives. Whether it's disrupting critical infrastructure, stealing sensitive information, or sowing chaos and confusion, Sandworm's actions are always aligned with broader geopolitical goals. Their ability to coordinate complex operations across multiple domains makes them a formidable opponent in the realm of cyber warfare. They are known for their ability to develop custom malware, exploit vulnerabilities in critical infrastructure, and maintain persistent access to compromised networks, often for months or even years. This persistence allows them to gather valuable intelligence, disrupt operations, and prepare for future attacks. Their custom malware is often tailored to specific targets, making it difficult to detect and defend against. Sandworm's relentless pursuit of their objectives and their ability to adapt to changing circumstances make them one of the most dangerous cyber threats in the world today. The 2015 cyber attack on Ukraine's power grid was a watershed moment in the history of cyber warfare. This unprecedented event marked the first time that a cyber attack had successfully caused a widespread blackout, highlighting the growing threat of cyber warfare on critical infrastructure. It was the first publicly known instance of hackers successfully causing a blackout by remotely taking control of a power grid's control systems. The attackers, believed to be part of the Russian hacking group Sandworm, used sophisticated methods to infiltrate the systems and execute their plan. The attack, which affected 3 regional power distribution companies, left hundreds of thousands of people without electricity for several hours in the dead of winter. The timing of the attack was particularly cruel, as it left many without heat during the coldest months of the year, exacerbating the suffering and chaos. But Sandworm's assault on Ukraine's energy infrastructure didn't end there. The group continued to refine their techniques and expand their capabilities, posing an ongoing threat to the stability of the region. A year later, they struck again, this time targeting a transmission substation in Kiev. This second attack demonstrated that the initial assault was not an isolated incident, but part of a broader strategy to destabilize Ukraine. The 2016 attack, while shorter in duration, demonstrated a chilling evolution in their capabilities. The hackers had learned from their previous attack and had developed new tools and techniques to increase the effectiveness of their operations. They deployed a new piece of malware, dubbed Crash Override or Indestroyer, specifically designed to disrupt industrial control systems used in power grids. This malware was more advanced and versatile, capable of causing significant damage to the infrastructure it targeted. These attacks were not mere acts of sabotage. They were strategic strikes aimed at undermining Ukraine's stability and sowing fear among its population. The psychological impact of these attacks was profound, as they demonstrated the vulnerability of critical infrastructure to cyber threats. The fact that Sandworm was able to successfully target critical infrastructure, not once but twice, sent shockwaves through the international community, raising serious concerns about the vulnerability of power grids and other essential services to cyber attacks. Governments and organizations around the world began to re-evaluate their cybersecurity measures, recognizing the need for stronger defenses against such sophisticated threats. In the wake of these attacks, international cooperation on cybersecurity became more critical than ever. Experts from various countries convened to share knowledge and strategies to protect against similar threats in the future. The attacks on Ukraine's power grid served as a wake-up call, highlighting the need for a united global effort to combat the growing menace of cyber warfare. As a result, many nations have since invested heavily in improving their cybersecurity infrastructure, training personnel, and developing advanced security systems to detect and prevent cyber attacks. The lessons learned from the 2015 and 2016 power grid attacks have been instrumental in shaping the future of cybersecurity, ensuring that critical infrastructure is better protected against the ever-evolving threat landscape. In 2017, Sandworm unleashed another devastating cyber weapon, NotPetya, a ransomware worm that spread like wildfire across the globe, causing billions of dollars in damage, while disguised as ransomware, demanding a ransom payment to unlock encrypted files. NotPetya's true purpose was far more sinister. The malware's destructive capabilities were evident in its design. Once it infected a computer, NotPetya would rapidly encrypt critical system files, rendering the machine unusable. However, even if the ransom was paid, the malware was designed to be unrecoverable, making it clear that the attackers were not motivated by financial gain. NotPetya's impact was felt far and wide, crippling businesses, government agencies, and critical infrastructure in over 65 countries. Shipping giant Maersk, pharmaceutical company Merck, and even the Chernobyl nuclear power plant were among its victims. The attack highlighted the indiscriminate nature of cyber warfare, demonstrating how a cyber weapon, once unleashed, can quickly escape its intended target and cause collateral damage on a global scale.